I'm gonna show you guys something while I'm here. This is one of my prized possessions. It's completely worthless to most people, but I love it. Can you guess what it is? VHS, a player, VHS copier, PS1 before Nintendo backed out. Alright, yeah, a couple people got it. It is a very interesting version of a Philips CDI. It's kind of laid out like a computer. I believe it was intended for people to use it like a computer, maybe even for development. It's got a floppy disk in it. You could get a keyboard and mouse for it, and it plays CDI games, plays all your favorite dodgy Zelda and Mario games. It's called the CDI 615. I actually think it could be cool to make a video about this because I've never seen one of these before I discovered one on eBay and bought it. Do I have any CDI games? Legally, no.
Stop! You violated the law!
The CDI was released in '93, which is before the widespread adoption of burners. So it actually doesn't have any copy protection, because back then it was not feasible for anyone at home to burn any CDIs. Does it work? It does work. I have played games on it, yes. How much for? So I got this a couple years ago. I got this in 2020. I've been wanting to make a video on it since then, but never have. And I was living in Australia at the time. It cost something like 400 Australian dollars. I wasn't paying any rent, so I was just like, you know, I've always wanted a CDI, so yes. I don't know if I'd spend that much on it now, but what is that in US dollars? That's probably a lot less. 262. Actually, that doesn't seem quite as much when you... when the number is lower, that means it's less money. It's not so bad, but I probably wouldn't spend money on anything like that today. Now I've got bills to pay. Cringe. Porting Mario 64, oh god. Were there ever any 3D games for the CDI? I know that there were 3D games for the 3DO. Someone needs to port Mario 64 to the 3DO, right? Anyway, so yeah, I might make a video on it. The problem is, I don't have any good controllers. These are the two CDI controllers I have. I have the crappy infrared remote, and I know there are a couple of them as well. And I have this spoon. I have a spoon. How am I gonna play Zelda with a spoon? Alright? My spoon is too big! It's so that when I am home alone for the rest of my life, I can still hold something and say, hey, I'm spooning my loved one. Were CDIs even sold in Europe? Yes, they were. In fact, I think they might have been even more popular in Europe. They might have been like the Commodore 64, where like a lot of stuff was PAL exclusive. Building a CDI controller adapter? I have, because I have Sega Genesis controllers, which would be ideal. I can probably hook it all together with an Arduino. I just haven't gotten around to it. Maybe I'll do that on stream.